The gorilla, the king of the jungle and an icon of strength. Some people even believe they can kill 100 men, and while that may be a matter of debate for a real gorilla, these fictional gorillas could definitely pull that off. So who wins between Donkey Kong and King Kong? In the jungles far outside the reaches of the Mushroom Kingdom lies a massive banana horde that is coveted by all sorts of villains. But if they dare to steal those bananas, they'll come face to face with their protector, the one and only Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's strength alone is insane. Standing nearly 8 feet tall and weighing 800 pounds, he's over twice as big as a normal gorilla. And he can hit hard enough to dig into the earth or launch boulders with relative ease. He can even cause earthquakes by slapping the ground, much to the annoyance of my older siblings during a game of Smash Bros. But nothing quite matches his feat of punching the moon out of orbit. I initially thought this was maybe a smaller moon than our real moon, but Donkey Kong lives on the same planet as Mario. And we know from Mario Odyssey that the moon is more comparable to the size of our real moon. So Donkey Kong punched the actual moon out of orbit. This feat comes out to be enough to break apart a dwarf star. This kind of weaponry and willingness to defend his banana monopoly at all costs is exactly what makes Donkey Kong an anarcho-capitalist icon. If you're confused on how punching the moon makes something dwarf star level, keep in mind that the moon reached the Earth in 2 seconds, meaning it was moving over half the speed of light, which is enough to make something like an apple or a paperclip capable of decapitating someone. Also, here is my math. His speed is no less impressive, being able to dodge sound waves and light his fists on fire, which would make him able to move his fists 160,000 kilometers per hour. He even managed to pilot a barrel moving fast enough to reach an asteroid belt in 26 seconds. And dodging obstacles at these speeds means Donkey Kong can react to something moving 42 times faster than light at a high ball. So with Donkey Kong covered, let's see his opponent, King Kong. Kong is the last of a species of giant apes that were close rivals with Godzilla's species. The two titan species hunted each other to near extinction until Kong's parents settled on Skull Island, the only place on the planet Godzilla doesn't consider his turf. But the native monsters on Skull Island killed Kong's parents, leaving Kong to fend for himself. His years of hardship have molded him into a warrior that can even go toe-to-toe with Godzilla himself, who is powerful enough to drill a hole in the planet, and can even take this beam to the face in the form of an axe. So Kong hurting him and even laying him out in their second fight is extremely impressive. Godzilla's breath drilling through the earth is kind of hard to put a number on, but I've seen the energy output calculated anywhere from continental to planetary, and dodging his atomic breath could make Kong faster than light. But if that's too outlandish for you, various titans have been shown to tag and swat away fighter jets, which could be moving as fast as Mach 2.34. But at a high ball, you could scale him to this statement about Godzilla being equal to the Hollow Earth, which would get him all the way to dwarf star level. We know this because small pockets of the Hollow Earth can generate power equal to 15 petatons of TNT, so if adjusted for the entire Hollow Earth, it's a full-on dwarf star. But Kong's greatest enemy was not Godzilla or the Skull Crawlers. Kong's greatest enemy was loneliness. He spent years as the only one of his species, and when he finally did find his people, they were extremely hostile for reasons he just didn't understand. When he met their leader, the tyrannical Scar King, it became clear why they were so hostile. Under Scar King's leadership, the most vicious and cruel apes lorded their power over the weak, and they saw Kong as a threat to that power. So, with the help of Godzilla, he defeated the Scar King, returned home, and became the benevolent king his people needed. He became King Kong. So if both combatants set, who wins? Well, both are pretty straightforward brawlers with no massive gap in battle IQ, so it's really going to come down to who has better stats, and Donkey Kong takes that easily, with possibly having faster than light reaction times and a big strength advantage, since while both combatants get into dwarf star ranges, King Kong's theoretical best output is around 10 to the power of 38 joules, while Donkey Kong can output around 10 to the power of 40 joules, making him 100 times stronger than King Kong. On top of that, if you paid attention to the clips I'm using, you'll notice that King Kong generally needs weapons to meaningfully hurt Godzilla, and is still shown to be the weaker monster of the two. Meanwhile, Donkey Kong can do pretty much all his crazy stuff with fewer strings attached. So for those reasons, the winner is Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong wins!